What's up, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun Show, last show of the year. It's the 31st, my dear. Here we are. Let's go.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show,
And
we are
and and,
reconnecting
and
you
you know
now.
what's going down now. It's going to be all right, though. Everything is going to be all right. Show your hand. Make sure that you're in with the band. We can do whatever we want to as long as we take a stand. And everything will be all right. We keep a game tight. Make sure we grab it with all the might, the sight that we see what we want to be for the next year. 2023 is all about you and me. And that's a we, and we are a us. We don't take the bus. We make sure that we got the car. We stars. We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to drive far. Now, yo, it's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All y'all. Oh, what's going on, y'all? It's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. 2023 is upon us. So we got this last show. I'm going to make sure that we didn't miss the last show of the year. You know what I mean? We couldn't have it be on the 30th. It's the 31st, and this will be the last one of 2022. And 2022 has probably brought about an awakening for many of us and what may look like a lull of a sleeping for other people. But when we start talking about the beginning of the year, we start talking about the new year. You know, ends and beginnings, beginnings and ends and beginnings, beginnings and ends and beginnings, beginnings and ends. We don't have the same type of friends. Why do we feel the need to get rid of people for the new year? What's it going to mean? Is the new year the new year? We the new calendar year starts in January. But you know, each and every one of us have a birth date of our own. So it would make more sense to me, and I might just be tripping. It would make more sense to me to declare your new year on your birthday, whenever that may be. You know, somewhere between January 1st and December 31st. We're going to do this thing. Yo, I don't have to curse. Make sure that we do a little better and heat things up. And we make it a little wetter. The water that we drink, and it got us thinking that we going to be all right. And that might be game tight. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Going to make sure that 2023 makes us go down. And when I say down, I mean building with each other, sisters and brothers. I don't mean going down as if we are on a low. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So this is Urban Therapy with Sun Show. And what we're talking about today on this New Year's Eve is we're talking about the end of the year, the end of a lot of things. A lot of y'all in your mind are thinking about your behavior, your actions, your friends, your enemies, your the activities that you participated in this year. And some of you are happy with what happened this year with you, and some of you aren't as happy with what happened this year with you as you would like to be. And I understand that. I totally get it 100%. And I feel the same way. But are going to many of us are going to end relationships that we don't feel are fulfilling for us starting tomorrow, January 1st. Now, what I want to get into today, because the reason I want to get into what I'm about to tell you that I want to get into is that I want to talk about whether we end the things that we think we can control or not. That's kind of what I want to talk about. Do we have a habit of trying to end things that we feel like we have control over? And I think that may describe many of us. You know, we try to end the things that we think we have control over. Control. And y'all know I talk about control a lot. And the reason that I talk about control a lot is because it's one of those things, that's one of those words that gets a bad rap. But when you look at the meaning of the word, the surface meaning of the word, and the deeper meaning of the word, you get something. You get a profile of each and every one of us. And I think it's just a good idea to do some soul searching and do some self-discovery. once you really get to know yourself, life starts to become easier and easier and easier because you can start to forgive yourself. You can start to live, like really, really live. I'm not saying that you was dying before, but when I say really, really live, I mean you can start to let go of the things that are keeping you down. And a lot of times we are kept down by the thoughts and feelings that others have about us. So I think that in the beginning of the year, we try to end the relationships of people who don't make us feel good about ourselves. And we feel like we can control that. Do y'all think I might be on the right track in any way in that regard? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? That's what we're talking about today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Do we try to end the things that we think we can control? Okay. Try not to be too heavy-handed when I'm directing the camera. Okay, that's good. That's good. We good. We good. Trying to end the things that we can control. Like, we can control who we're friends with. Sometimes we can control who we're enemies with. A whole lot of relationships are going to end tonight. Figuratively. Will they end literally? We won't know about that until around the spring or summer. A lot of times we want to clean our closet of people who don't make us feel good about ourselves. And as much as we may try to deny it or be in denial of it, the reason that we are close with our friends and family members and associates is because of the way they make us feel about ourselves. It's really hard to deal with somebody on a regular basis that makes you feel bad about yourself. Even if you're the bad guy. Even if you're the bad guy in a relationship, you know, the guilt that you may feel about the person you've been beating up on, literally and figuratively, can sometimes drive you crazy. That's why sometimes, or a lot of times, the abuser is the one that ends the relationship. Go figure. Yes, a lot of times the abuser in the relationship is the one that ends the relationship. So people who just been messing around this year, not necessarily going together, but doing their thing, a lot of that's going to end today. Or at least there's going to be a hellified attempt. Some real relationships where they've been going together for a while will end today. Some. That's not such an easy thing to do. Now, when you think about the control that might be taken into consideration when we're talking about this, will a marriage end in 2022 going into 2023? See, it takes a little bit more of a process to end a marriage than it does a relationship. Earlier this week we talked about the safest way or the easiest way or the whatever to put somebody out of your house. There's normally a process that comes along with this, but when we're talking about ending a marriage, you can say, in 2023 we divorced. You can say that all you want. It's not that easy. Somebody else has say so in a legal marriage, aka the state. The state has say so in a legal marriage. So you might think or want to end the relationship or end the marriage, but the state be like, got to file that paperwork. So get ready to write them checks. Speaking of writing them checks, okay. Anyway, so people on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, friends list, follow list, and all of those kinds of things, with the push of with a swipe swipe of a screen, a push of a button, you can end all of that. You can absolutely go to your friends list and decide who has been making you feel good about yourself on social media and who hasn't. Shout out to the people who feel the need to announce that I'm deleting you and you and you. So if you can read this message right now, that means that you made it. Oh, the arrogance of our Facebook or our social media brethren and sisterin. The arrogance. And that's how I'll be looking at it. I'll be like, man, come on, man. What we doing? You know, are you mean to tell me you're that self-righteous to the point where you feel like an announcement of who you're going to be friends with or not friends with anymore warrants you putting it out there like that? I don't know. Okay. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Wait, I didn't talk about what we're going to talk about today. All right, so we talk about the control part of it and how people make you feel and whether you want to continue with that or end that. But what I really want to talk about is can you end the involuntary feelings and actions that come along with whatever you are trying to end? Like, okay, so I can delete the people off my friends list and I can declare that certain friends, real life friends, are not my friends anymore, and I can stop dealing with my family members and all that kind of stuff, and I can break up with my girl or break up with my boys, or break up. But can I stop feeling about them the way that I feel? That's when it gets real sticky. Yeah, you can physically end a whole lot of things, but how well are you? How good are you at ending the emotional toll that it takes on you? Okay, so we ain't friends no more. Have you ever seen anybody? I ain't even gonna put this on y'all. Have you ever seen anybody that breaks up with people or ends relationships with people for attention? They don't really want to go nowhere. They just want you to start treating them better. They just want you to acknowledge what a gift they have in you. That's all. They ain't trying to not be friends no more. They want to be friends, but they just want to they want you to be a better friend, a more attentive friend, a more thankful friend, a more appreciative friend. They're reaching out for help. They need attention. They need love. They need affection. And you haven't been providing that for them, and they feel some kind of way about it. So they're trying to let you know. They're trying to let you know they need you to need them. They're going crazy knowing they will be your lover tonight. And when they come, they'll let you go. They'll just pretend that you walked out the door. Oh no, I can't sleep. Oh no, I'm going crazy for love over you. What? Y'all remember the Commodores, man? That was one of the last great songs by the Commodores before Lionel Richie went totally solo and started dancing on the ceiling and talking about all night long. You know? I know a lot of people like Lionel Richie, but I didn't like Lionel Richie as a solo artist. I don't care what nobody But it is what it is. Can you stop the feeling? Can you stop the feelings that you have for something? Okay, let's say, at the beginning of this year, starting January 1st, people are already purchasing gym memberships. Planet Fitness, LA Fitness. They want to get in shape. They want to shed the pounds. They want to improve their health. They want to look good for this cruise that they're going on. This vacation that they're taking later on, where they got to get inside this bathing suit. So some women are buying bathing suits that are 2 sizes smaller than they are right now. So they're saying, I got to lose enough weight to be able to get inside this bathing suit, and this is the motivation. So you might start working out multiple times a week. Some people overdo it and work out every day of the week. They're really trying to lose these pounds. But can you stop your feelings of wanting to overeat? Can you diminish your cravings for sugar, salt, alcohol? This is when words like willpower start to come into play. Do you have the willpower to be able to diet effectively, work out right, and stay the course? I guess if you're trying to get inside of fit inside of a bathing suit, if you know that you want to go back to eating and drinking whatever you wanted to eat and drink before, the smarter thing to do would be to plan your vacation earlier in the season, like maybe April or May. The thing is, you may not have lost the weight by that time, so maybe summertime might be your best bet. My allergies acting crazy this morning. I'm feeling itchy. Yeah. Hold on. Stacy White, what we talking about this afternoon? And also T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. All right, Stacy White says, I went to see some friends when I get I want to see some friends when I get to heaven. Okay. Discipleship, fruit for Jesus. Okay. But yeah, can you stop those urges, those feelings, those cravings, those those undisciplined ways that you have perfected? Yeah, many of us have perfected undisciplined behavior. We perfected it. We've gotten so good at it. I can go anywhere and slack off. I can slack off in any department. Put me up against anybody and I'll slack off better than them. So, getting your constitution together, trying to eat better and take care of your body better, get your mind straight and get your head screwed on tighter might be a real challenge to some of us in the way that we're looking for. So when we start talking about the end of the year, the end of a lot of things, can you end the things that aren't voluntary for you? Because you have to go through a process and a practice of eliminating things that are bad for you before you can really form the habit of improving yourself to a level where you will really, really benefit in the long term. And even then, you got to switch it up. For all of my people out there that are trying to lose weight, I'm going to tell you like this. when you start your weight loss journey, you're going to lose weight fast because you're going to start doing things that you haven't been doing that are good for your health. So you're going to drop pounds quick. But in order for you to keep the pounds off, you're going to have to switch up your workouts and switch up your diet. I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of vegans and stuff don't tell you that. But this is what must be done. If you keep doing the same exercises in the same way, the same time, and all that kind of stuff, you will drop pounds and build muscle quick. But you're going to hit a plateau fast too. So you got to switch up the things that you do, switch up your workout so you can spark your metabolism because your body starts to get used to things really quick. So in order to keep the fat burning process and the muscle building process, in order to keep that at a peak level, you got to keep giving it work to do. You got to keep switching it up. You got to keep giving it unfamiliar activities and putting it in unfamiliar settings. Yeah. And that's how you continue to lose weight instead of just losing weight, plateauing, and yeah. You know how it go. Oh, speaking of how it go, let me do this intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is a Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. Also today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the end of the year, the end of a lot of things, Can you end these things effectively? Are you built to end things? Because just like I was talking about before, a lot of people try to end things in order to get attention, in order to get their sweetie, their friends, their family, their people to start giving them the love that they require. They need this time and attention and love, baby. And ain't nobody coming through. They not doing nothing. Where you at? Where are you? Where art thou? Where art thou, people? People, please come through. Please. I said, please. Please. Stacy says, weight loss is the hardest thing to do. And cleaning acne is hard to do, but it can be done. Well, you know, a lot of people who have bad acne just don't drink a lot of water. Water is the acne killer. Ain't no way around that. But a lot of people don't want to drink water, or they don't want to drink enough water. You should drink about 100 ounces of water a day. That should keep the acne away. 100 ounces of water. Now that's going to sound like a lot, but if you drink that throughout the day and keep yourself well hydrated, you can also keep away a host of medical problems, physical problems, and stay in much better health. A lot of people don't know that. Our bodies are made up of like 65% water. So it makes sense that we have to keep the water flowing. But a lot of people don't want to drink actual water. They want to drink sodas. They want to drink juice. And those things, well, soda is never good. Soda can't be good for you, but certain juices can be okay. Natural juices, fruit juices, and stuff like that. But you need water, regular water that filters through the kidneys, not through any of the other digestive processes. See, when you drink juice, it goes through the other digestive processes, but it's not processed as water. You need regular H2O, and hopefully you get the good stuff. So that's an easy way to tackle acne. A lot of these women out here who have acne, they have acne because, well, first of all, they'll try to cover up the acne with damn makeup. It's not a good idea. You're covering up your acne with the makeup, so you're putting more. See, acne comes from having dirt inside of your pores. And the dirt getting inside of your pores makes your immune system attack the dirt to try to push it out of your skin, because your skin doesn't need the dirt inside of it. So it gets trapped inside of the bump. If sometimes it's a hair and other times it's dirt inside of those pores. So if you're the type of person that doesn't sweat a lot and stuff like that, if you notice, people who sweat a lot don't usually have a lot of acne. People who sweat a lot don't usually have a lot of acne. You see athletes and stuff like that. They wipe their head with a towel. You see that their skin be smooth. It be smooth because sweat helps to push those toxins out of your skin. Pushes it right on out of there. So as far as weight loss is concerned, you have to know about losing weight. You got to learn about losing weight. There's a technique to it. You ain't going to be able to just use a bunch of pills that got a bunch of caffeine in them, that's supposed to make you not want to eat and all that old stuff. That stuff don't work. That stuff is not a good look. That's not a good bunch of caffeine. Next thing you know, you in the emergency room. Stacy White says, no judge. Doctor said it comes from going through the change. I am what you drink. I am what you drink. I love water. Cool. Oh, the change. The change. Well, babies be having acne too. You ever see a little baby acne? Like, look at the little bumpy baby. Look at that bumpy baby. You need to give that baby some more water. Stop shoving milk inside that baby. Hey, you are shoving homogenized milk inside that baby. Yeah. I mean, if you want something new, you have to do something new. You start working out. The first day you work out, you're out of shape. You be hurting and all of that, but you notice that your muscles develop fast. They start responding to it fast. It's like that fight or flight syndrome. The fight or flight response. Not syndrome. That fight or flight response. So your body is preparing itself for the next round. And so when it starts getting better and better at fighting those rounds, of course, now it's settled in. So you got to give it different opponents. You got to give it different opponents. Or at the very least, work out heavy for a week or two and then take another week off and then work out again heavy. That will actually give you better results than if you worked out the same way, heavily, the same way, day in and day out, day in and day out, you're still not going to build anymore. Your body seeks to get settled in and get used to whatever you're doing to it. And it will. It will. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Son show. Last day of the year, and we're talking about the end of the year, the end of a lot of things. So what are we going to end this year? What are we going to end for 2022? What has 2022 given you that you want to end? And do you have the power? Do you have the control to end it? What has 2022 given you that you want to get rid of? Because we can't just do the process of elimination or addition by subtraction for everybody. We can't just cut this person out of our lives and that person out of our lives and that person and that person and that person. This person is toxic. That person is bad. This person is unhealthy. At some point, we have to take accountability for our actions, the things that we have done and who we are and how it affects us. So think about the real things that you want to change for yourself. The real things. Do you have problems with anger? Are you really sensitive? You know, sensitivity is a tough thing to deal with. And some people like to rationalize that is everybody else's fault. Everybody always messing with me. Everybody always messing with me. Leave me be. Everybody always messing with me. Everybody always messing with me. Leave me be. I don't be messing with nobody. I just be chilling. People always coming through, trying to make a killing, trying to make me feel bad, trying to make me be sad, trying to make me very, very mad. So you might want to change how sensitive you are. Maybe you want your skin to be thicker in 2023. You want to be able to shake it off. Shake it off. And not feel bad and brood and you know. If any of y'all brood, you know what I'm talking about. Brooding is when you sit around thinking hard about certain things that have been done to you or have happened to you, and you just kind of stew in it. You know, you spend a whole lot of time feeling bad, and maybe even contemplating or planning your comeback or your get back. Brooding can be a bad thing because it always involves negative feelings. You ain't gonna brood on something that was great. They have other words to describe that. Yeah. So what think about it. What are the things that you would like to end in 2022 today? What are some things that you plan to put to death today? End today. And really get started tomorrow to the point you showing them muscles. Sensitivity, anger, sadness, depression. Maybe you're the type of person that falls in love really easily. Soon as somebody compliments me or goes or helps me out with a struggle or shows some really what seems like genuine interest in me, I just be like, oh, Frankie, I'm in love. And maybe you want to stop falling in love so easily because that leads to you falling out of love easily, or you placing unrealistic expectations on people that can't fulfill them. And maybe that's a point of contention for you. That's understandable. No, I think it is. Yes, I do. I think that that's very understandable. You know, you want to get to that. Maybe, maybe, maybe you want to start saving some money. Maybe you're the type of person where all the money that you get flows through your hands and goes right into the stores or whatever. Maybe you want to end that. Do you have what it takes? Do you have a plan? Have you put a system? Have you put a system in motion that will help you to end that? You know, it's not as easy as it sounds. So, but maybe you want to end that. Maybe you want to experience something new in that vein. Save, I mean, look, I know people who, no matter how much money they make, they can't keep no money. And I'm gonna say this, man, that ain't cute. It ain't. That ain't cute. You make $75,000 a year, and you can never keep no money. You got a bunch of stuff because you always spending it on something. You buy things, but when it comes time to pay your bills, you know, or new things come up, you gotta borrow from people. You gotta do all of this wrangling because you can't keep no money. Your eyes are bigger than your wallet. Your eyes are bigger than your paycheck. So you might want to tighten that up. That might be one of those things that you want to get together. It's not a bad thing. But do you have what it takes? Have you mapped out a plan? Have you devised a scheme to be able to change your behavior of spending money as soon as it gets in your hands? One of the things that you might want to do if you want to start being able to save money is stop saying, well, you can't die with it. It's not a good way to navigate your financial process. But you can't die with it. You might as well spend it. So you're not gonna leave nothing behind for your descendants, for your people who need it because they're still here. You know. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I get why, you know, I get the whole can't die with it. I do. I get that. So, yeah, you know, the end of the year, the end of a lot of things. What are the things that you are dogmatic, passionate, and and extremely serious about ending? So what we got? We got sensitivity, falling for anybody who says they love you, acts like they love you, whatever. Got saving money. How about this? How about trusting people? Maybe you want to be the type of person that doesn't trust people as much because you keep getting burnt, and you're tired of getting burnt by people who don't have or never did have your best interests at heart. You're sick of that. Sick of trusting people. I trusted this person. They stole from me. I trusted this person. They deceived me. I trusted this person. I trusted my man. He tried to mess with my sister and my cousin. I trusted my cousin. They tried to mess with my man. I trusted my friend. He tried to get with my wife. I trusted my wife. Tried to get with my friend or my cousin. Trust. I trusted this person with my money, and now I'm broke. Now I got to start all over. You know, I might have been retirement age, and now I got to go back to work because somebody done messed up my whole life savings, and I got to start at zero. And speaking of wanting to pull back on trusting people, do you have what it takes to stop trusting people? And what does that really mean? What do you mean, stop trusting people? It's not as easy of a thing as it sounds. Because you have to trust somebody on some level, but what level is it going to be? What level is it going to be? Relinquishing your trust to somebody or taking your trust back from somebody is not as easy as it sounds. It ain't easy, baby. But these are all things that we might work on for 2023. 2023. How soon do you get started? Do you get started tomorrow on the 1st? Are you planning for next week? Are you still paying for something in order to put something in order? Will you be one of those people to scream out, "This is my year. 2023 is my year. It belongs to me. I got this." I know I stopped doing that a long time ago. I'm like, look, I'm going to take what the year brings me, but I'm not going to get started at the beginning of the year. I'm going to get started whenever I feel like it's time for me to make those improvements. But you don't have, you know what I mean? You know, you can do things your way. You know, you can do things the way that you feel. You. Yeah. Maybe for the new year you want to start to become more useful. Maybe you want to be a better parent. Maybe you want to be a better husband or wife, spouse, whatever. Better boyfriend, better girlfriend, better son, better daughter, better. This is a soul searching type of part of the year. This is a soul searching part of the year. Stacey White says, you have to trust people. You have to trust. People are not going to just give you their money and give their money and blessed because they see potential. Oh, they're not just going to give you their money and blessings because they see the potential in you, I guess. Indian giver? I don't know. Indian giver. Is that a politically correct statement? I don't know. Engine giver. Anyway. You know, the end of the year, the end of a lot of things. Relationships, behaviors, things that we can control, things that are out of our control. We're going to have to try to get control of them. Try to be able to get them to our navigation status to where we can take them to where we need to be. We're all looking for the truth and trying to find happiness within the truth, or trying to find happiness within the parameters of the truth. Speaking and telling the truth. Do y'all think that anybody has ever recognized themselves as being a liar, and maybe they said, you know, this next year coming up, I'm gonna stop lying. I'm gonna always tell the truth. You know, people do what works for them. People do what works for them. So if something keeps working, then they're not likely to change that. When you think about it, if something is working well, why would you change it? Why would you stop it? Just to make it, I mean, I understand trying to make it work better, but that doesn't mean that you have to change that very thing. We're creatures of habit, habitual creatures. So the end of the year, end of a lot of things. What are you going to end? What are we going to end? All right, my Facebook list went from 3,000 friends to 2,500. I start picking them off. Not me. Not me. I ain't into all of that. You know what I mean? Look, as long as I have room enough to be able to take in more, I'll take them. I have had to delete certain people off my friends list because they're not active. You know, they're not really there. Some people have died. A lot of people, you know, when I do them birthday shout outs, man, sometimes I find out that some of those people aren't with us any longer. They gone. They gone. I wrote a post. I put a post on my page. And I'm going to share this with y'all because to me, it was very real. Like, I'm not a big resolution kind of guy. I don't really mess around with that a lot. But I put a post on my wall, and I said, one thing I don't want to do again is I don't want to be so mad at a person and so through with them, so finished with them, to the point where if I find out that they are deathly ill or that they have died, that I won't feel anything. Like, yo, you know your people and such, they passed. The initial shock is like, oh, but it's like, well, I wasn't fucking with them like that. And I've been there. I've been there to where I was so angry at somebody or so finished with them. I have written them off to the point where I didn't feel nothing. And yeah. To me, that's a scary way to be. Because what can a person do to you to make you not only not rock with them no more, but not care if they live or die? That's not a good thing. And I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for myself. I think that if you get comfortable with a situation like that, then I think that the negativity, the devil, the demon has started to fester inside of you. And I don't want that. Now, at the same time, I don't want to go try to, play Captain Save a Friend or anybody like that. I'm not trying to do all of that. But I don't want to get to the point where I don't feel for you, or where I'm not concerned for you, or where I don't hope for the best for you, pray for the best for you. I don't want to get there. And unfortunately, I've been there. With some people, I'm still there. That's one of the things I want to change about myself in 2023. Now, I talk about voluntary things and involuntary things. How would I change that? be more conscious of it, seek counseling. Do y'all think that that's sick? Do y'all think that that's sick or demonic or wrong or bad? Because, somebody does me wrong, I feel so angry towards them that I don't care if they live or die. I don't care if they're well or not. What do y'all think? What y'all think? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, y'all. So yeah, that's definitely, that's not a resolution, but that's definitely one of the things that I want to clean up, clear out, get rid of, change. Stacy says, God is not going to bring a person in your life until you are free, especially if that person is there. Stacy says, my real relationship going to have to be counseling. Okay. All right. So, yeah. But like I said, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that type of space. And I've been in that type of space without being angry. I may have been angry towards them, but I don't feel like I've been angry as a person. I don't think I've been angry as an emotion. For usually my anger my anger towards somebody normally leads to indifference. And I'm not so sure if I'm so comfortable with that as I've been in the past. I don't know about that one. I don't know, son. I don't know, son. I know this. We're about to do these birthday shout outs. I know this. This is the last day of the year. I know this. We all have a chance to do better. And I also know that we won't see each other until Monday. Because we won't have a show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. I gotta go to the Eagles game tomorrow. Which I think is weird, man. Everybody gonna be they already be drunk going to the game. Shouldn't they be hungover? That should be an interesting game tomorrow. Speaking of drunk, getting drunk and high and all that kind of stuff, like how many people are going to consciously end that for themselves? Stacey says, I have not been sleeping, so I pray for sleep. I'm going to pray for that for you also. That's actually a good one. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 31st, last day of the year. And they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Loasia Tenise McMiller. Happy birthday to you. And also Eve Banks. Happy birthday to you. And Regina White. Regina White is raising money for Omni Community Alliance. Happy birthday to you. And Tony Turner. Happy birthday to you. And Williams Peralta turning 29 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Ankh June Dunn. Happy birthday to you. And Alexandra Charles turning 32 years old today. And Brittany Raw turning 30 years old today. And April Bowie turning 24 years old today. That is wrong. They are not 24 years old today. Okay, but if that's okay. And also Julia Cooper turning 46 years old today. Go, Jules. And Tanae Wright turning 43 years old today. And also Nina Bracco turning 44 years old today. And my girl Jessica Chisholm. Go get her, Jessica Chisholm. Happy birthday to you. And my man Derek Adger. Also, go get her, turning 54 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious. I hope that today finds you a good, healthy. Healthy. I hope that today finds you a good health, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, the end of the year, the end of a lot of things. What are the things that you are going to end for yourself? And are those endings really endings, or are they some types of continuings wrapped up in beginning wrap or ending wrapping paper? That's what I wanted to say. That's what I was trying to say. I'll tell you this, man. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. And I'm going to tell you like this. I wish the best for each and every one of you. Sincerely and honestly, I hope and pray for your continued health, the continued health of your family, your loved ones, peace and prosperity, good feelings. I hope that your dreams are fulfilled this year coming up. I hope that you've already started working on the things that you want for yourself, and that you will start to really, really build and add on and get the things that you know that you deserve. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, with that being said, Happy New Year. Get your black eyed peas together, your greens and your cornbread. Bring in the new year the best way you see fit. But bring it in and make sure that you do the things that will make you see 2024 in a good way. Rest in peace, Barbara Walters. Pope Benedict, whatever. He died last night. You know, cats checking on up out of here. But they always do at the end of the year. It ain't easy to make it to the other side. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So, Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Happy New Year, y'all. Peace.